friends and family, fans and followers of the Zita Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for joining us here for episode 87 of Revolution. I am your host, with the most from the east to the west coast. Like peanut butter on your breakfast toast, the one, the only, the one-take wonder, the man who'll steal your plunder, Emperor Zita. And I'm coming to you from the Fortress Assaulted here in Etobicoke, Ontario, Canada, as always. Anyways, this week, don't have much time, have a packed episode. First off, we have part 2 of Katherine's Christmas concert, the Empress's brand new working mom segment, and on Comic Book Day, we have another geek fight. And one last thing, I just want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. That's right, not Happy Holidays, Merry freaking Christmas. Anyways, that is enough from me. Let's get on with the show. Rock and roll, baby. And here we go.
Start coming back at work, loving it. It's all nice to be with adults and have a break from cartoons and diapers. Getting back in the swing of things. Going to work and coming home and dealing with the kids is actually not that bad. I thought it was going to be a lot tougher, but it's really not that bad when they behave. If they're not behaving, it's a bit rough. But Anthony, no new births to report at 17 now. Still, we have not found anything that this kid does not like. He eats everything we make him try. He loves it. Anthony learned this week how to blow kisses. So now when you go, if you show him, mwah, he'll do it right back. For the most part. But still, the favorite is Catherine's home from school now on break. So it'll be nice to have her home for a while. Have to hit up the LCBO and wrap a few more presents. But otherwise, yeah, everything is good to go. Christmas. Merry Christmas! That's when she put my hand in between her thighs. Night wasn't getting any younger. There was a sobering thought. So have another drink and give me all you got.
Okay, I'll give it to him. TLC was pretty good. The tag match was excellent. I even enjoyed the Divas match for once. 3-on-1 handicap matches were wrestling at its finest. And Raw was okay. SmackDown kind of took a step backwards. But overall, it was an awesome week for WWE. I can't wait for the Royal Rumble though. That's coming up, and everything that happened at TLC was to set up the build for that.
You can see me.
I did not see Randy Orton walk away with both belts. I really thought they would swerve and give it to John Cena. I thought John Cena was going to find a way to walk away with both belts. I like what they did on Monday with Cena interrupting Orton. I do like both Orton getting both belts around because it breeds the possibility of splitting them up. I'm thinking a triple threat match between Daniel Bryan, John Cena, and Randy Orton at the Royal Rumble.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Daniel Bryan is a wrestling god. He wrestled 3 monsters, and he still managed to seem like he had a chance to win. CM Punk, just as good. I like that he beat the Shield. That's nice. They're showing the dominance that is Punk. Maybe Punk will finally get his main event match at WrestleMania this year. I'd love to see him win the Royal Rumble. Punk's never won the Rumble. That would be absolutely sick.
It's clover time!
Speaking of sick, I'm sick of no Zack Ryder. No Raw, no SmackDown, no main event, no superstars. But it was on a dark match.
I am serious, bro!
I think Zack Ryder's wrestled maybe 2 matches in the past 3 months that I can remember on television.
But
And that wasn't on Superstars? I don't know if that's happened in a long, long time. Still love watching him on Twitter though. At least he's still got that.
Woo, woo, woo. You know it.
I'm a baby in a bubble. You gotta feed me the right way.
Right? How do we have a lady?
You may want to warm up.
Back up and forget about all your fucking dreams. Let me wanting more with a sparkle in your eyes. I haven't had a cigarette to ease my mind. With the trashy makeup, it was your romance at first sight. Lipstick stained my heart. This night, at the rock and roll is riding.
Making a hole to put the snow in. I shoveled in it. Remember the zombie's head fall off? The yellow one. Yeah, this is him. Coma. But Eddie, the baby.
up, people? It is Comic Book Day once again here on this freezing cold December day. We are a week away from Christmas. We're headed down to Excalibur to do the last of our Christmas shopping and get our books for the week. That's right, and Anthony's very excited. We're going to go down to see Rob and Fred, find out what they have to say this week. Hope you saw last week's episode with the epic geek fight between Professor Drax and our expert. Hopefully this week, Paul will be there, his brother, the Scoops, and we will see another epic geek fight. So, we will see you soon, people. See you soon, people. Once again at the greatest place in the world.
And just in case you guys were wondering, for all your Christmas shopping needs. So we're back down here at Excalibur Comics, and then Anthony and I headed up the... That's right, Steps of Doom time. We're going to talk to Rob and Fred, maybe Paul will be there. Drop off some Christmas presents, because next week is Christmas, so we will not be down here at Excalibur Comics, but I promise you we will have a comic book day for next week. Have yourselves a Merry freaking Christmas.
This is Excalibur Comics, 3030 Bloor Street West, upstairs above the Kingsway Theater.
First time here this week. Santa baby, Santa baby.
Look at this, everybody's here today. We got a full house.
Here's what I'm going to do. We'll start off with the Indestructible Hulk. What I like about this is that finally they got a good artist on the book. And I'm getting somebody making faces at me. It's an insane DC fanatic fan. We should feel sorry for this man. He's delusional and somehow he thinks that DC is better than Marvel. And we all know that's not true. Another book that's also worthwhile getting, and that's Thor, Thor the God of Thunder. It's called The Cursed Part 4, and what I'm recommending is this. It's nicely well-written book, so along with, of course, good old Daredevil, which is another Mark Waid book. Unfortunately, they're going to cancel the title to include that. So why? They can start it up again as not a $2.99 book, but a $3.99 book. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Give me the cancel the book. Now, another thing I want to emphasize, this is basically Russ Manning's Tarzan. Again, a very well done book. Or say comic strips. It's all reprinted right here. This is the second of 4 volumes. Russ Manning was a very good artist. Had some of the best artists working for him, like Dave Stevens. This would be a good idea to get as a Christmas gift. Because the guy appreciates either Edgar Rice Burroughs' Tarzan or just simply good artwork. This is a nice book to get. Well, there's another book that came out and finally came out in the Grey Moral, Buck Rogers. Now, Buck Rogers, shall we say, is not one of the greatest strips of all because it's science fiction, but it looked like crap most of the time. Ray Morrow, he drew it beautifully, so they got the Deluge and the Sundays and that. Before I forget, Secret Avengers have a nicely drawn book, and again, who's doing the book? Or Butch Geist. He's a very talented guy. I would recommend you pick this up. Unfortunately, the guy doesn't draw all of it, so that's a pity. But anyway.
A little rebuttal here.
What rebuttal?
Good choice on Butch Geist. Great artist, love him. Tarzan. I'd like to recommend to Fred, Green Team, the greatest comic ever made. It's an amazingly great storyline. I can't even say it's crap, it's garbage. I dumped this book a while ago. Fred, you may have my copy. It's
no,
okay.
No, I don't want your copy.
Please take it. It goes to the
library
Life
to death with this hardcover. And one of the benefits of a large hardcover is to batter it over the head of somebody you don't like. So in just in
case... If you do with that, we'll hit you with this.
Well, this is much more expensive, so it's more worthwhile to hit you over the head with this sucker. Because it has a lasting effect. Okay.
Don't scream in pain.
That's it.
Don't scream in pain. It's a bad comic.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. It is a bad comic.
All 3 Riches brothers in the same place. The combined comic knowledge here is disturbing.
DNA testing. A lot of people think it's 100% accurate. It's always, bang on. But if you look at the actual accuracy tests of DNA testing, you find out that actually it's not very accurate. It can, I guess, exclude someone from a crime or whatever, opportunity suit or whatever. If perhaps the elements they look for don't exactly match. But it doesn't really pinpoint anyone because there's always that 0.001% accuracy. So if you have perhaps 1,000th of a percent accuracy, therefore out of the 7 billion people in the world, you have possibly 70,000 outcomes, which match exactly the DNA testing that you just do. If you had this blood or whatever, it would just exclude most of everybody, but you wouldn't exactly pinpoint because there's always a 0.011% accuracy. If you're testing for the whole world, there's still 70,000 people who match that DNA test. Plus, it's very, very easy to actually not get the right result. Everything has to be actually controlled from the time of picking up the evidence and actually examining it. In fact, they should try to examine it 2-3 times just to see if they get the same result. But sometimes they don't have enough blood or whatever, or if it's contaminated with the environment, the water, or the earth and so forth. And then when you see CSI and all that stuff, you see them eating their lunch or dinner and they're doing the DNA testing. Even eating and stuff like that, activities like that in the lab would actually contaminate the DNA. DNA does have its positives. It's very easy actually to contaminate it. Whether the procedure, the collecting, or the actual testing, all these things have to be actually very stringent according to stuff I've read on the internet. That being said, I was listening to Gary Bell, the spaceman, and he was saying there's a possibility, in his opinion, that when the aliens come, they will DNA match Prince William as the descendant of the Anunnaki or whatever. There's a possibility, he thinks, that's why they push DNA as being absolutely positive. Mind you, there are cases where they convicted people with DNA and it turned out they found the killer later. So, that being said, the conspiracy is the DNA is pushed so that it's always accurate, and eventually when they match up the aliens, which have been pushing through the History Channel and the Discovery Channel, they will come and say, well, Prince William's our bloodline, and test our blood, you'll see it being the exact match.
You guys know what time it is. It's time for the 87th edition of The Revolution. Thank you for joining us here for the Zita Nation. Come back next week for a brand new episode right here on YouTube. Go back and check out all of our other episodes right here on YouTube and subscribe to my channel, one word, Emperor Zita, right here on YouTube. Pick up your Drop Dead Pinups Electric Night CD. Check them out on iTunes. Follow them on Twitter for all the news about their brand new album at Drop Dead Pinups. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Emperor Zita. And head down to Excalibur Comics for all of your comic book conspiracy theory and last minute holiday shopping needs. And you will rest in